What's up, guys? It's time for another review. And today, let's review a credit building service called Self Lender. Self. We'll discuss exactly what Self is, how it works, the pros, the cons, who it's for, who it isn't for, and then some. Be sure to stick around until the end of this video, because by the time this video is done, you'll fully understand whether or not Self is a credit building service that makes sense for you. And to help me put the YouTube algorithm in its place, please make sure to turn that like button blue. When I do reviews on this channel, I try to make it a point to use every single service that I'm talking about. But full disclosure, I am not a Self customer because of Self's terms of service. So you have to reside in the US to be able to use this service, and I live in Japan right now. But I'm making an exception in this case because it is a service worth talking about. And the concept is clear enough for me to share my honest thoughts. Let's do this. Self Financial Inc. is a company that aims to solve the classic credit dilemma that people with poor credit or no credit often face. When you have poor credit, how can you rebuild your credit if you can't get approved for anything? And in the case of no credit, how can you start building credit with lenders if nobody's willing to lend to you because you have no prior credit history? Self aims to solve that problem through something called a credit builder loan. Here's how it works. First, you apply for Self's credit builder loan, and once you're approved, you decide on the terms of this loan. You choose a monthly payment that you can afford and a time frame to make those payments in. So once your terms are set, the bank then lends you the money, but you don't actually get it. The money they've loaned you goes into a certificate of deposit or a CD, where it's going to sit for the duration of this loan, gaining a little bit of interest. So let's say you set up a credit builder account for 1 year and you make your 12 payments on time. After that 12th payment is done, then the bank gives you back the lump sum of money that you agreed to pay off in the initial terms, plus whatever interest the CD has earned, minus the interest and fees. And more importantly, you get the credit boost from the 12 payments that you've consistently made being reported to credit bureaus. So that's the basic concept. There is a little bit more to pricing, but make sure that you stick around because later in the video, we're going to break down pricing so that it's crystal clear. Pro number 1, Self is a credit building opportunity. For those with no credit, bad credit, or even bankruptcies, this service gives those people the chance to build or rebuild credit when the traditional ways of building might not. Pro number 2, a soft credit pull. When you apply for Self's credit builder loan, they do a soft credit pull instead of a hard one. Why is this good? Well, according to Equifax, when you do a soft pull on your credit, it doesn't affect your credit score the way a hard credit pull would. Pro number 3, 3-bureau reporting. This is an attractive credit building option because if you do what you're supposed to do, this gets reported to all 3 credit bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. With payment history making up 35% of your FICO score, the byproduct of these payments being reported is an increased credit score. Pro number 4, it's FDIC insured. Self's credit builder loan being insured by the FDIC gives you the peace of mind that when you're done making these payments, that at the end of it, you actually get the money back that you're supposed to, minus fees, of course. Con number 1, it isn't risk-free. I think this is the biggest potential con. Let's say you don't do what you're supposed to do. You don't make a single payment on time.
Why would you do that?
Having late payments or missed payments on this credit builder loan would also get reported to the 3 credit bureaus. And the byproduct of that negative reporting would be the opposite of what you want, a lower credit score. Yikes. Con number 2, it doesn't fix credit or financial habits. Yes, you could potentially build your credit score with Self's credit builder loan. I'm not arguing that. But if you have valid derogatory information on your credit report, it doesn't just go away because you've started paying on a credit builder loan. Applying for a credit builder loan also doesn't fix your bad financial habits. If you have a tendency not to make payments on time, stacking on another loan doesn't automatically fix that. Of course, it's a habit you can develop, but Self Financial Inc. isn't going to develop it for you. It's not magic. Con number 3, high annual percentage rates. A high annual percentage rate always works in the bank's favor, and it takes money out of your pocket. With a credit card, at least, if you pay your balance off before the end of each month, you won't incur interest on a zero balance. But with a credit builder loan, you will, because those monthly payments have already been set. I'm sure you could pay off the loan early and end up saving yourself money on interest, but that would also defeat the purpose of the loan to build up payment history. Con number 4, if you don't drop a finger on that like button, then the YouTube algorithm will win. Let's dig a little deeper into the price details of this credit builder account. Now, I know these prices are subject to change, and we won't look at every single monthly payment tier, but at the time of this recording, you can choose between a $25 a month payment, $35, $48, or the highest tier, $150. And we'll just look at the lowest monthly payment tier and the highest monthly payment tier so you can get a clear idea. If you choose the $25 a month payment, there's a $9 non-refundable administrative fee, and you'll pay $25 a month for 24 months for 2 years. And at the end of those 2 years, you'll get back $520. And if we scroll down, we can look a little deeper. So in addition to that non-refundable fee, if we look at the interest rate and annual percentage rate that Self will charge, that'll be a total of $89. And what you end up paying in full for those 2 years is $600. If we move the slider to the highest monthly payment of $150, the administrative fee of $9 stays the same, and you pay $150 for 12 months. And at the end of those 12 months, you get back $1,663. And if we scroll down for more details, in addition to the non-refundable fee, Self is going to charge these for interest and APR, and the total finance charge will be $146. And the total of the yearly payments will be $1,800. We won't break down the middle tier monthly payments, but it's important to keep in mind that at the $25 and $35 tiers, these are both for 24 months, so you'd be paying on these for 2 years. And then for the highest payment tiers, you pay for 1 year. Now, is it worth it to pay these prices to improve your credit? Make sure to stick around, because in just a bit, we're going to talk about that very thing. Self is designed for the person with poor credit. Self is also made for the person with no credit, aka the person who's trying to establish credit for the very first time. Self also might be for the person who has the discipline to make payments on time. It might also be for the person who's gone through bankruptcy. I don't think Self is for the person with good credit. If your credit's good, it's just as easy, maybe even easier, for you to get a credit card that has cash back and bonuses. You can get the car loan, you can get the mortgage, so I don't necessarily think you would need this. Self isn't for the financially undisciplined. If you know you're not going to make your payments on time, please don't do it to yourself. Please. I genuinely think that Self's credit builder loan is an intriguing concept, and I can see why somebody would want to do it. But just because something is an intriguing concept doesn't mean that it's the best way to build your credit or rebuild your credit. Because I think there are better ways to improve your credit that carry a bit less risk, that don't lock you into those kind of payments, I'm going to give Self a C. Well, that'll do it for today's Self review. As always, thank you so much for watching. I know everyone won't agree with my rating, and that's okay. But if you appreciate my honesty and you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, share, and if you're brave enough, subscribe. And join me on this journey to grow Mind Over Finance to 1,000 subscribers strong. And what are your thoughts on Self's credit builder loan? Do you think it's a good way to build your credit? A bad way? Have you tried it? Let me know in the comments. And I'll catch you next time, guys.